mix-up. Bow, bow. But we're back again. You guys know what it is. If you saw our previous episodes, you know where we are at today. We are at Bar Alchemy here in Kobe.
Yes.
Japan. Kobe, Japan. So,
I'm loving it out here, man. First of all, let's just talk about the weather. We got great weather today. We are outside on a rooftop. I mean, I've never had that experience.
It's a
not
fun
too
day.
many times, right?
It's a fun day, man. Yeah, spring has arrived. We're really taking on roles of like weatherman now in all of our episodes. We give the weekly update on the weather.
Yes.
Well, if you've been following along, the weather's still good here in Japan.
But, bro, we're right in the midst of sakura season. You feel me, right? The cherry blossoms, right? It's just a magical time here in Japan. You feel me?
We had the benefit before we started filming today. Me and Zane got to just tour around, be kind of tourists for a bit, go check out some temples. They got the cherry blossoms full bloom,
right?
Absolutely beautiful. But the people aren't interested in our little experience, at least not right now. So what are we talking about today, man?
Talking about, okay, what are the differences, like the vibes of Osaka and Kobe?
Osaka and Kobe. Osaka, Kobe.
Now, for me,
topic.
Osaka really has everything. You can't, you want a temple, you want great restaurants, you want that international vibe, you feel me?
Osaka.
You can find it everywhere. But don't get me wrong, Kobe is also a very special place in my heart.
Kobe is wonderful, man. So, for those that aren't educated with the geography of Japan, Kobe is about 20 minutes west, I would say, of Osaka. Quick little train ride.
Right.
Nothing too crazy good over here. A lot of people commute from Kobe into Osaka, as that's the kind of like the business hub. But Kobe itself, man, you have this wonderful city kind of sandwiched between a mountain and the coast.
Right.
A bit of the background of Kobe. Kobe was one of the first ports in Japan that opened up to Western influence. It's one of the first places that you could actually import products from not Japan
Kansai.
into the country. Exactly. So because of that, the vibe or the feeling in Kobe, I think, is predominantly different than what you'll find in other Kansai cities, right? As our buddy Jeremy mentioned earlier, Kansai is also Himeji, and Himeji is very similar to Kyoto in the sense that it's culture, right? I mean, you have the castle, you have so much aspect of it that's like Japan. Kyoto, of course, is the cultural hub of the entire country, but Kobe is kind of an enigma where even you can see it reflected in the architecture. Because of the earthquake that happened here, the city had to rebuild essentially from nothing. And there's so much influence on the building design where you're in Japan, but you don't necessarily, you're not seeing like the flared rooftops. It's a very international style, even in the buildings.
Right.
So for me, man, it's a wonderful place to be. I find it a bit more relaxed.
What do you do? What do you do when you come to Kobe?
When I come to Kobe, man, I mean, Kobe, the first thing, if you like nightlife, if you like eating and drinking, most people think Kobe it's synonymous with It's synonymous with beef, right? The Kobe beef. That's the stereotype of this area.
That's a
but not just the Kobe beef, but just the food culture in Kobe is it's top of the line.
Definitely. You won't go wrong going to any place out here usually, and there's so many ethnical type of restaurants, you just get all different types of flavors.
You get the options for any type of food, right? Japanese cuisine, foreign cuisine. There's a Chinatown in Kobe that has some of the best Chinese food you can get in the country. It's absolutely fantastic. But it's the food, right? It's a whole vibe in itself, man. I mean,
for me, man, when I come here, I usually go shopping. For me, Sanomia is a very big hub for fashion. And me being into fashion, I always look at how people dress. And the Osaka is much more like
eccentric.
Broader, general,
okay.
yeah. Like, of course, you got your, unique individuals.
Okay.
But Kobe has its own vibe, it's just like they dress a certain way and you can tell that they're from Kobe,
I just feel Kobe is so much more relaxed, man. I mean, so Osaka's, it's traditionally it's the merchant center of Japan, and because of that, there is a culture built up in the Kansai Ben. We always talk about the way you do business. It almost has like a very macho machismo kind of approach to, dealing with stuff. But Kobe is just so laid back. People in Kobe, the vibe, they can get on with most anyone. The food, the fashion, I find it almost similar to Tokyo in the sense that there's tons of just like talking about the international food, but the cafes. I mean, you can stop in any little cafe that you could have picked out of Tokyo and plopped right down in Kobe. But it's beautiful, man. I mean, it's a beautiful spot. It's really divided into north and south. You have mountainside and you have the harbor side. And Sannomiya Station runs through the middle and splits the city, right? So we're now, I believe, Bar Alchemy is a bit on the mountainside, a bit west of the station, maybe 5-10 minute walk. But in terms of, I mean, because it's so much more condensed than Osaka, I almost find it's not more livable, but it's so much more compact. It's so much easier to like bop around. Like where in Osaka, you could be in Umeda, you could be down like in Minami and Shinsaibashi, and the vibe's totally different, right?
Yeah, it's definitely more of a community here in Kobe. I think it's just more communal because, as you said, it's just more compact. So
it's all together, right?
Yeah, people definitely know each other more.
And there's also the camaraderie of any place that experiences a group tragedy, right? I mean, after the earthquake, that of course makes the area, one thing, and what I love about Kansai, like when you go to Kanto, when you go to Tokyo, so many people in that area, but there's so many people that weren't from that area that are transplanted, whether they're foreigners, whether they're native Japanese. But people in Kansai are generally very proud to be from Kansai, and Kobe especially. People in Kobe, especially for the families that went through the tragedy that have now rebuilt, they're very proud of their city. And when you get the chance to come here, Kobe is a beautiful city. We have Harborland, America Park.
They have 2 islands that are man-made.
Roko Island. Roko Island, I'm not sure the second
and the port,
one.
I'm pretty sure the port is man-made.
I can't read Jerry. He's trying to lip read me. Harborland. Harborland is though. That's what I just said. Yeah, Harborland. So Harborland, Roko Island. But then you also get this cool, I guess my one complaint with Osaka, we're very strapped and kind of lacking good nature. I have the benefit I live north in Osaka, so I'm very, very close to like the Mino mountain range, so I can go hiking if I want. But if you live down in Shinsaibashi, man, there ain't no trees in that area.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But Kobe, you're right situated at the base of this mountain. So Roko Mountain is a world-class, hiking. Arima Onsen, which is one of the best onsen in Japan, best hot springs you can find.
Yes.
They're very strict on tattoos. I've never been because of this, but
I've got in. I have a tattoo. I've got in.
Oh, so it's possible. It is possible. But so you have all this, right? And it's right there. It's right all around you. Now you can in the same day, if it's nice in the summer, for example, Suma Beach, it's a beach. I love it. It can get a little bit crowded, but so in the summer, man, you can go hiking in the afternoon. You could go to the beach in the morning. You can I know there's a really big windsurfing community around Suma Beach. So you have this collective of nature-focused activities, being outdoors. You have the city center, and then all of that within a 20-minute trip of Osaka. Right.
And you can stay right here at Bar Alchemy.
Bar Alchemy, yes. A shout out again to our little spot, man. The owner Paul is a wonderful guy. He's very, very just the hospitality he provides to people is just it can't be beat. So if you're in the area, please stop by. If you guys have been to Kobe, let us know what you think. If you guys have other places you want us to visit, let us know. But just kind of a quick introduction.
Yeah. Kobe, don't forget about Kobe Bryant. He was named after Kobe.
Was he?
Yes.
Wait, wasn't his father was?
Yes, he's stationed here. Come on, man. Look at what we're around, baby.
Oh, I see.
Kansai.
Okay,
we out here.
Kobe Bryant, legend.
Yeah.
Named after
peace,
Kobe.
man.
Rest in peace. Tragedy. But guys, thank you again. We want to give a big shout out to our sponsors. Thank you, Paul. We appreciate it, man.
Paul,
thank you for letting us film here. Bar Alchemy. We can't stop talking about it. It's a wonderful spot. If you're in the area, be sure to visit. Let them know that you heard about this place on Kansai Collective, right? That's what we want to hear. As always, thank you, DroneX Global, for providing the equipment, letting us use some of the stuff to make this podcast. I don't know what was that? DroneX.
Come on.
It's a next.
Oh,
Drone
next.
next.
Well, next.
Drone X Janai. Draw next to the T.
Janai.
Thank you to our sponsors, guys. Thank you to all of our fans. We're putting content out there. You guys seem to be liking it. We're getting, I guess, popular. People are talking about it.
Little by little, baby. Kotsu.
Kotsu.
Choco,
we're going to keep out of it. We're going to keep out of it. We're going to keep at it. And we're going to keep coming to you guys with more content. Let us know what you want to see. Like, subscribe, share, all that stuff you do on social media. And we will check you guys next time. Thank you again.
Peace.